Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I installed this wig. I've dyed it, I've trimmed it a bit, gave it a couple of layers in the front, and I'm going to take you through the journey of how I did that. This wig is from AF Sister Wigs. That's my go-to. They have excellent laces. The hair quality is great. I've been buying from them since the beginning of this year, and they don't ever let me down. It is a 16-inch wig. It's a little bit longer. It looks a little bit longer. I think it's 16. It might be 18. I don't know. But this is the length of the wig. You can see the back. Sometimes wigs look longer on certain people or shorter on others. It really just depends on your head shape, really, and your height. Cap size on this wig, I believe you can get between 21.5 and 25. I usually get 21.5 because my head, the circumference of my head is kind of small. So I like my wigs to be super fitted. A lot of times when I buy 22, there's like a huge gap in the back of my head with the wig, and it looks crazy. It looks like a lump. I am gonna stop talking and get right into this video. So this is what the wig is looking like right now. It's kind of like a natural brown color. I'm going to dye it black today. As you can see, the wig is already pre-plucked. I plucked it months ago when I first got it, so that's something we're not going to be doing today. I kind of like to over-pluck the hairline in a way. I like it to look really, really thin and natural. I can do a video on how I completely customize my wigs, but today we're just going to be dyeing it, styling it, and installing it. I'm going to be using the Beijing 59 permanent hair color. You'll need a mixing bowl, a dyeing brush, fine tooth comb, and got to be glued freeze spray. Now this step is very, very important. This is what prevents the dye from getting on the lace. You're gonna spray got to be glued freeze spray all over the lace, like all over it. Once you start to see bubbles on the lace, then you know you've sprayed enough. While that's drying, you can go ahead and mix your hair dye. The hair dye comes with a mixing bowl. As you can see, this is really small, so I like to use my own. So I usually use about half of the bottle depending on how much hair I have. If it's extremely dense, obviously I'll use the entire bottle, but if it's shorter and a little bit thinner, then I'll just use half. So it's been about 10 minutes since I let the got to be glued freeze spray sit on the lace. Usually you can feel and see if the lace is nice and firm. If so, then it's ready to go. So I'm just sectioning the hair off to make it easier for me. I usually try to section it in 3 or 4. Sometimes I start at the bottom. It really depends. For the purpose of this video, I'm keeping the wig on the actual wig head. Usually I'll lay it flat on the floor and have like a plastic bag down and kind of do it that way because it's much easier because I can comb through it and just like lay it flat. But just so you guys can see this video clearly, I'm going to do it this way. It's a little bit more messy, but it's okay. So dyeing the front of the lace is the most crucial part, and you have to be the most careful. I did speed this up so you can't really tell how careful I'm being, but I am being careful. Even though you've sprayed the got to be glued hairspray on the lace, which really prevents the dye from seeping through, you still have to be careful because if you're too rough or if you're pressing too hard, the dye can seep through and end up dyeing the lace. So please be careful and please be patient. I usually leave it on for about 15 to 20 minutes. I then rinse it with lukewarm water. And as you can see, the lace is still intact. It looks very natural up against my skin. Then I do a deep condition with Aussie Moist Conditioner. I leave that on for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I rinse it out with lukewarm water. Yeah, so my power went out for like 2 hours. So as you can see, I'm applying Got To Be Glued gel and free spray on top of that to the front of my hairline, right before my hairline. After applying the glue and the spray, I blow dry it until it's tacky, and then when it's tacky, I apply the wig. When I'm rushing, I usually don't melt the wig cap to my head. It's just really messy and it's time consuming, and then you have to cut it. It's too much. I'm very particular about the placement of my wig. I like to make sure that my wig is not too far forward and not too far back. It needs to look like a natural hairline. Now I'm just flat ironing it. I kind of just let it air dry. I try not to blow dry it because it kind of changes the texture of the hair after time. You don't want to ever burn out the hair. But yeah, this is me just flat ironing it, making it nice and straight. And for baby hairs, I use the Nairobi foam lotion. Now this is an extra step. I kind of wanted to just add some dimension to the hair by adding some layers in the front. So that way when I curl it, it kind of gives it more of like a feathered look. Sorry guys, my camera died, but this is the complete look. I did a few bumps in my hair with the flat iron a bit, so it wasn't too flat. I love the black hair for fall and winter. This is what it's looking like. The lace looks really great. Both ends. I did a little bit of baby hairs. I try to do the soft baby hairs with the mousse. And at first it's a little stiff, but after it dries, you can kind of use the brush and just like brush it out a little bit more, and they become softer baby hairs. But yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too all over the place. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you think and let me know if you want more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching.